Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're hailing from. Welcome to the November 21st edition of the Kubernetes Contributor Comms meeting. I am Chris Short, pronouns he, him. I'll be your host today. As a reminder, this operates under a code of conduct, the CNCF code of conduct, which essentially says to be respectful of your fellow speakers and attendees and generally be excellent to each other. At the beginning of the meeting, we like to offer an opportunity for anyone on the call to introduce yourselves. It's totally optional. I will do so now as a way to describe what we do here on the Contributor Comms team. The purpose of the group is to make sure that folks within the contributor community for Kubernetes understand what's going on in the community, as well as to make sure folks outside the community know about the awesome work that contributors are doing. We do this through a variety of means, including running all the social media accounts for the projects, blogs on kubernetes.dev and kubernetes.io, and other things as we work as a group to inform people about what's going on. So, yeah, let's get it started. Chris, you have your hand up, or Christopher, you have your hand up already.
This is my first call at the ContribEx, so thank you all for welcoming myself.
Yeah,
And
welcome
yeah,
to it.
as some of you guys at the KubeCon didn't have the chance to meet you guys, but after I arrived, I just wanted to be part of the projects and some of the SIG, so that's why I'm here. And for myself, I'm actually one of the organizers in the chapters in the Latin America, specifically the Dominican Republic. That's where I'm from. And I recently moved to the States. I got a work opportunity, so I'm living in New Jersey. Been living here for a year, and I'm here to connect also with the other project members, other communities. Being part of the New York one. I also have been in KCD Washington, and yeah, this I'm joining here just to grow my connections and learn from you guys.
Awesome. Welcome. Anyone else?
We are glad to have you, and thank you for volunteering to be note taker. That was wonderful.
Right?
Very
Yes, one
excited.
less thing. One less thing I have to worry about.
We appreciate that.
All right. Let's dive into the note stock, which I will share in chat now, and we can get this meeting going. All right. Any messages of the week for this week? Should be
Yes,
light given. Oh,
yes.
here we go. All right. What's up?
Um, there was a call for contributors for, and let me find the thread. Prow. Basically,
Oh, yeah.
there was a video posted in a meeting on hey how to start contributing for Prow. What is Prow? Prow is our CI/CD tool that we use in the Kubernetes project. It's a nice tool. It's a self-built tool by the Kubernetes community. Also, some companies are using it. However, it fall under a neglected field for a long period of time now, and we need contributors in this. And it would be great if we can get the word out to basically help with maintainers, find maintainers for Prow. I know that Federico also wanted to start uh, a my brain is lagging, sorry.
Blog.
Blog on this, and
Yes.
I will put in the link into the thread where the email, where the video is.
Yes. Thank you.
You
I put
already
a.
did.
Is that where the video is, though?
Uh,
Hmm.
there's
No.
the
It's the link
that's
to. Oh,
that's
yeah.
the
Okay.
spread,
I got it.
and then
Yeah.
And
Let
this
me
is
get
the video. SIG testing.
that's the video.
Yeah. Yeah, so this would be interesting. I don't know. Did we send out a message about feature freeze, which happened the week before KubeCon?
Yes,
Okay.
I believe we did.
Nginx. Did we send out? Yeah, we did send out comms for
Oh yeah.
Nginx Ingress.
Yeah, so this is one of those cases where the automation that we use to publish blog posts from their RSS feeds onto, linking them on social media kind of helped us in not having to do something there. We could always do more. I think
But was
we
it
will.
in LWKD? Because mainly the idea is
That's a good question.
ending November 16th.
Code freeze kept
Yes,
other.
yes, it was.
Okay,
Yes, it was.
cool. Oh yeah, right at the top. Okay, awesome. Hmm,
I don't have anything else.
cool. All right. Um, how do we normally do this? Like, do we write up something for folks to put in?
No,
Like, no?
no.
Okay.
Let's just do this.
All right. All right. New items. Uh, there's an anonymous skunk in the notes doing things. Hello, anonymous skunk. So it says
Yeah,
to,
if you don't have access rights in editing a document inside of Kubernetes, you need to subscribe to the mailing list, and then which the document belongs to, which is usually the SIG, and it
mm,
automatically will get you access.
yeah, if you get the dev at Kubernetes emails, you should have access, I believe.
I think this is in ContribEx. That's not in dev. I'm not sure.
Well, the notes doc is actually open to anyone, to be honest.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, but if you're ever in a position where you're like, I should be able to access this, yes, it's because you're not on a mailing list, more than likely. For our new contributors that are here today. All right, so Christopher, you had some new items or new ideas, I think might be the better way to phrase them.
Well, the website ones, I'll like you walk through them.
Yeah, so there's a lot on the website that we could improve in general, right? So the both Kubernetes.io and Kubernetes.dev use Hugo and Doxy. And almost at every KubeCon or every other KubeCon, it feels like we have a working session to update the website, which is essentially the underlying dependencies. And that's not easy. So automating that would be great, but no one's had the time to do it because it is kind of finicky when you do that. So,
But sorry, what's what do you guys want to do?
automating upgrades to the version of Hugo that's being used and the version of Doxy that's being used. So there's a lot of quirks with Doxy that make it harder to maintain and update. Also, as another note, adding LinkedIn to both of our websites and the footers is something that
When you said automating the upgrades, it's like having the dependabot in the repository.
no.
You
This is
can't use
pretty,
Dependabot. The
yeah.
problem is that basically our Doxy version is from 2017, and the main reason why we can't add any new social media icons to it is because the font
The
awesome that is tied to our version is basically locked into a 2017 state, and you cannot just update one of the just update, or it's impossible to update just
font
font
awesome
awesome,
within the theme, yeah.
and you cannot skip versions. And I know that Siam is working on this, and I think he finished it for SIG Docs, so for Kubernetes IO, and it's to be done for
Case.dev, yeah.
Cates.dev. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I get the task of the upgrade, but not the automated part. Like every year, do you guys want to run this or what?
I think
You know,
currently what they want to do is to publish images. So basically to automatically publish the images so that that we have an automation in place for this. There's currently being registry being created, and
Oh, you mean the front end, like having
yeah,
a
the, the
workflow?
builds the builds need to and
Okay.
basically proud jobs need to be included, and
Okay.
but the for the LinkedIn and the footer thing, that is a pretty simple task because we're actually just doing an override in the NPM dependencies. Uh, so that should be easy. I know I've said I will look at it. I know Siam has been working on it, but it doesn't seem like, it's that time of year where folks are very distracted, I feel like. So, um,
But
I'm
so
happy
he's
to work
working
with you
in the
on that.
in the number one or not?
Siam is the website guru, essentially. So yes,
Okay. Do you think
anything's
there's a PR already or an issue related to
there is
this?
an issue. There must be an issue by now.
there are multiple
Not sure.
issues.
Yeah, exactly. There's multiple issues, which is kind of the problem, I think, too. So let's
WhatsApp
pick
upgrade
apart.
or website?
Yes, Hugo and Doxy version upgrades. Um, it's a weird kind of dependency tree. Like Doxy needs a certain version, or a certain version of Doxy needs a certain version of Hugo, and updating both of those things is never simple. Like Mario explained, you can't just go from one version from the past to the latest version.
And the other issue
Okay.
that we have is we are pulling in a ton of content from MD files in various repositories and generate websites out of those.
Yes, it is a very, very interesting thing. Let me find the Kubernetes dev repo.
Could you say that again to notes for the notes, please, Mario?
Say that again. Oh, Cyan? Yeah, I'm trying to find his issues right now.
No, Mario, about the other issue for because I didn't know that part.
That's fine. I don't think that this needs to go into the notes.
Okay.
Just the dependencies makes it more complicated because of all of the pulling in from different repositories. That's
Yes.
Okay.
it's just adding to, hey, it's a really complex task to do because it's not just a simple Doxy website. It's complicated
Yeah.
by
Okay,
design.
I'll
They're
give it a look so I could have
so
more context.
if you go to the contributor site repo and start running
Mhm.
uh the images and everything to build the website, you'll see what happens and where it's pulling all these things. in dynamically, which is great because we want to not have duplicate things all over the internet to maintain. But at the same time, it's very time consuming whenever you go to build the website. And yeah, kind of making all of that easier to do or faster is always a goal. But for now, the basics are, get the website up to date, which is a lot harder than it should be, I think, in general.
And there's any way we could have like whenever there's an event, the Linux Foundation website that gets updated with this one?
We
No,
don't
these are
have anything
completely
to do with,
separate.
yeah,
Yeah.
we don't have anything to do. There's no connection to LF in any kind of way.
I mean, but logically, like, do you think that's possible?
No, we don't
No,
want this as a project.
we don't want, we're an independent project within the CNCF. We are basically 2 layers below Linux Foundation. We maintain our own websites.
Okay. But I mean, for example, Maintainer Summit, this is something that should be there, right?
No, that's CNCF. That's not our
Okay.
responsibility. We're only
Yeah.
focused on Kubernetes.
Okay. What could you? What kind of events will like should be there for example from this year?
You mean
Come
on the
again.
website itself?
Yeah, I mean, if there were any in 2025.
There's not, I mean, in the past
Yeah.
we had Kubernetes contributor summits, and those have been on the website because they were Kubernetes focused. There haven't
We,
been a decision yet
yeah,
to publish any maintainer summit stuff on the website because technically it's a cross project thing and no longer a Kubernetes only thing.
yes.
Okay, got it.
We should probably take the events link out of the header of the contributor site.
Okay, maybe that's a
No,
better.
No,
because there is still data inside of this that we don't want to
no, no,
lose.
no. No, 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 no. I'm not saying blow away events altogether. I'm just saying remove the link from the top.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that would be an option, yeah.
Yeah, because
Just
for example, from my as this, I just knew this website like a few weeks ago, and if I don't see anything from 2025, I guess the website is outdated. But now speaking with you guys, I see that it's just that their maintenance of it was not on when it's supposed to be there.
Yeah. So Maintainer Summit is only happened the first time 1 year ago in KubeCon India. And then we had a Maintainer Summit in London and now one in Atlanta. So this is a fairly new thing.
yes.
Okay. So should I add that as the to do, Chris? To remove
No,
the
I'm gonna
link.
create. We don't put to-dos necessarily in the doc. Like to put links to issues and
Okay.
things that are more concrete in GitHub as opposed to the notes docs themselves. And I'm making an issue right now, so give me a second. But Mario, please, if you could advance us to the next topic.
Yeah. Are there any intentions to make content, posts, blogs, articles, videos in any other language?
The docs
Given
team
that,
does, yeah,
yeah,
the docs team
given,
does,
go ahead.
sorry,
No, you
the
do.
docs team does the internationalization stuff. I don't think they're doing anything with the contributor site currently. Rodrigo,
No,
do you know? No, they're not.
no.
Okay,
No.
which makes sense. So, no, there's no plans currently to internationalize the contributor site. We could, though, but I would want more than one person
Losing
here doing that.
audio.
Yeah. That's a people problem.
Yes. Do we have enough people to do multiple languages on the contributor site? Likely not.
No. honestly, we don't even have enough people to update the
It's
content
Yeah.
in English
right.
on the
I was
contributor
going to
side.
say that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just as a general information for everyone, if you go into the kubernetes.io repository, website repository in the Kubernetes repo, you will see that inside content you have several languages, right? EN,
Mhm.
PT, S, whatever. In the contributor site repository, we only have content EN, which is like the technical signal that we are not translating things. Is it impossible? I don't think it is. It would mean, however, one of two different things. One, either we would pull the SIG resources into also translating Kates.dev content, which I think it's problematic at this point in time because we're already struggling with SIG review times, etc. Or we would take ownership of making those translations. And if that would be the case, we would likely have to adjust some of the technical aspects to be able to, because we never did it, so maybe there's something that needs to be adjusted. I'm not sure to what extent are both feasible right now, but I wouldn't shoot down the idea if someone is very interested in translating lots of content to a different language. I don't. I wouldn't be the one opposing it because I do think that internationalization is important. I, I I don't think we have the manpower to do it right now, but
Yeah, that's the big problem. People. Who's going to
Okay,
do it?
fair.
And we
Okay,
and we
so
don't necessarily want to just use AI for that, right? I know there's a bunch of tools out there that can
yeah,
do
because
internationalization.
for that yeah, but that's
Well,
another
yeah,
one.
they're not good.
For that, you can already use the built-in browser translation, which is
Yeah.
another aspect of
Yes.
this. Even in my own personal site, I sometimes want to translate things, and then I'm just why?
Yeah.
I'll just add. I'll just say use auto translate, and it's done. So yeah, it's an interesting topic because if we are going to use AI to translate, might as well drop that step and just let people use AI to translate it in their own browsers.
Yeah.
yeah,
Also, most
fair.
of the I think all of the meetings are held in English, and
Yeah.
the contributor website is mostly in English because that's the language that is being used inside of the project to communicate.
A good question, though. All right. Issue.
So what you guys said is definitely true and fair. So if the problem is the people, I think there's a lot of opportunity to use the chapters we have and the events we are those chapters are holding to bridge the gap, because I also feel that we could use those people to bring them to the project, and that's where my ideas and questions come. Like, is there any way that this SIG could collaborate with the chapters, or the SIGs could be, or these ideas you guys are bringing to the table could be present in any of the KCDs, for example, for the upcoming year?
I mean, we have a lot of I'm there are a lot of folks inside of Kubernetes who apply to KCD events, and I think Chris, you already did some talks about contribution. We have the new contributor orientation meeting that is happening every month on the third Tuesday for two time zone friendly things. I mean, bringing in contributors is The hardest part that we are struggling with as a project as a whole.
Yes.
The main issue that we have again is first and foremost, talks need to be accepted. Secondly, is someone needs to pay for the travel, which is usually the employer, and the employer don't want you to talk about, hey, how to contribute to Kubernetes. They want probably to have a connected topic to, hey, you want to contribute, this is how we use this specific thing in our product that we sell, or this is how we use
Yep.
our Kubernetes inside. So that's a sponsoring question.
Mhm.
Because KCDs usually also don't have the budget to take travel from a speaker. If there's a KCD who wants to do this and would give money, be my guest. But I think this is a people and money problem. It's easier for us, and that's what we figured out, is to to have the online meeting and advertise for the online meeting, to join the community. And we also see that if we do marketing,
Mhm.
people are actually joining. So basically, we had the new contributor orientation meeting, which happened on Tuesday
Tuesday.
this week,
Yeah.
where we added a lot of marketing and also basically posted on Reddit. We had a way higher attendee rate than if we don't do marketing. So basically, February, March, April, we didn't do any marketing.
Mhm.
Yeah, that. I hear you, and I agree this would be great. I think the effort is too high and no one will pay for it.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
Yeah. No,
Um,
there's plenty of things we could do. The problem is sustaining them, right, over a long period of time. And if it's just one person doing it and only one person knows it, we got to make it so other people can help. I think that's the bigger thing, right? If we create work for folks to do, like social media post or anything to that effect, uh, and we make it easy for folks to do it, folks contribute. But just like with the website, there's skills that are needed and they're not necessarily widely used skills, or widely, available skills in general. So, yeah, making things more sustainable in the long term for this group is very important.
And that's also the reason why we tried, and that's also the reason why Chris, for example, built an automation to just publish anything that goes into the blogs onto the social media channels.
Mhm.
So that the amount of work to the individual is as low as possible. And I'm super grateful, for example, for Susan, who is in the call, who is basically manually approving tweets and the manual written tweets, because this is also a lot of work. And this is always something that we need to consider is, it's a large amount of work that goes into every tiny bit.
Yeah, that's the big thing. And yes, thank you, Susan. You did a fantastic job with KubeCon social media.
Very welcome. Thank you.
I mean, if you have, Christopher, if you have a concrete idea, just put it into the Slack channel, because there is also better to discuss this.
my
And
idea is that I'm gonna be part of KC New York next year, and from last year, the part that was most interesting for attendees was the work, like the practical sessions, and I believe there's a lot of. So I'm thinking about maybe let's bring something like a workshop-like session, and I would love to see one, for example, like make how to make your first contribution to the CNCF, for example. That's something I've been thinking about after KubeCon. And showing people how to start, like that showing people that there are new contributors sessions and how's the process, which are the projects that there could be part of, something that maybe could bring more people to these meetings.
I mean, the main thing is, and that's basically what we always say in the meeting is, it's usually better if you don't go and pick up a good first issue, because most of our good first issues are not good first issues.
hmm That's just the nature of the project being older now, right?
Yeah.
Like it's 11 years old.
So basically our recommendation is join SIG meetings. If you
Mhm.
want to start contributing, pick a SIG and join SIG meetings. That's also why the NCO meeting is basically talking about, hey, where can I find information about SIGs? Where can I find information about where the meetings are, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Something like that, and a mix of the like the maintainer summit, held on KubeCon, I think could be beneficial.
I mean, I agree. You just need to find people who are able to run this and can join. So basically what could be, for example, an idea is, when you're finished with the CFP, look who is a upstream contributor and ask them if they would also run a second session, because then their travel is already secured.
Yeah, I mean, Scott Rigby is a Helm maintainer, but I think maybe he could agree also to, or make it for something for the Helm project, or something CMTF agnostic, like for any project, like going to the meetings and so on.
There was a comment in the chat. I am a bit
I'm reading
confused
it.
here about talking about contributor side. Okay, the website, it looks like the dependency is the same for both. Yes, the dependency is the same for both. They are still separated from each other, and the contributor website uses a little bit more magic when it comes to content site generation.
Okay. And the node is not really that old. It's V20 and it's still supported, but it's ending in 5 months, I guess.
Oh, that's Node. That's just one dependency.
Mm-hmm.
The actual theme itself is also a dependency. Hugo is a dependency, and they all have versions, right? So,
Okay.
It's a step-by-step thing.
right.
Okay.
I think for docs, for Kubernetes IO, so for the official website, it's mostly solved. And the idea is, when it's solved for Kubernetes IO, we repeat the process for k8s.dev.
Okay.
Hopefully. That's what
Hopefully.
we hope.
So the problem is now only with the contributor side. Like if I'm gonna deep dive into that, so I should definitely dive into contributor site rather
Yeah,
than
and
website.
there basically there is already someone who can help you with, who is give me a second. Need to find him. Give me a
Gonna
second.
drop the link to the contributor site issues so that we don't create duplicate issues, essentially.
There's way too much chat going on in ContribEx. SIAC. So basically, the
SIAC,
person
yes.
SIAC that you want to reach out to is this one, because he's mainly working on the update process.
Cool.
You can find him in the
saying,
Kubernetes.
yeah, I was saying SIAM, I meant SIAC, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Like Siam is a different guy and Sayak is a different guy. That I know.
Yes, my
So,
apologies. I'm terrible with names.
okay. It's fine. Yeah, I was wondering the same. Like,
The next topic that we have is bring in more people to Kubernetes project. If you could make it as low entry into the CNCF ecosystem. Yeah, it's a complex project.
Yes. And there's a lot of lessons learned along the way. That's kind of institutional knowledge. We try to put that in docs, but the actual day-to-day operations of things tend to be from group, sub-project leadership. And that's why we encourage folks to join meetings so they can learn how the individual groups do things.
work. Yeah.
And that information gets conveyed in the meetings as you ask questions about, like you're doing right now, which is awesome.
What does, apologies, this likely was said, but I've missed it. What is these any ideas? What is actually being proposed here? I'm looking at the agenda.
Yes.
What are the these? Sorry, I'm out of the loop. I think this could bring this what? Sorry.
I didn't write that part.
Okay, so I'm not the only one
Right.
not understanding
Yes.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But what does it mean to be and what does it mean to enter the CNCF ecosystem? Sorry, specifically.
Yeah, not the CNCF ecosystem. Maybe I meant the CNCF community
I think that we also have
as a maintainer.
yeah, absolutely. I think we have should be, and I mean, don't get me wrong, but I think we should weight things. We also do not want to somehow disconsider the fact that we actually want to help contributors, right? Not necessarily just have an open door policy that anyone can essentially just join for whatever specific goal, which is not about contributing, they might have. And this is not irrelevant because the reality is that as cloud native becomes significantly popular, if, for example, anyone joining this meeting will be a part of the CNCF, whatever. I guess that this already somehow happens. For example, if you participate here with some degree of consistency, there's the addition to the Kubernetes project itself, right? In GitHub, for example, which is a common practice that we have, and it's natural, and it reflects the actual community-based purpose that we have. But apart from that, and maybe I'm just focusing on the contributor comms perspective, right? Not necessarily on the overall contributor experience one. I'm not sure what can we do to make this more linked to the CNCF from a more formal way. That is my concern. I don't think that we have like a specific way to influence CNCF level.
Yeah, no, we're very much on the project level, not
Exactly.
the
So it is
foundation level.
Kubernetes, then we have the SIG, and then we have the sub-project. And we can obviously, as a mission, we have the mission to make contributor experience the best possible.
Yeah.
But that,
I had a
but the top is
misunderstanding.
Kubernetes, right? So obviously CNCF then is related, right? But it's not something that we can directly influence, I think.
But yeah, my misunderstanding was that I thought when the SIG is like a contributor experience, I understood that it was the landscape level
Yeah, no,
experience.
absolutely understood.
Yeah.
No, this is pretty much a Kubernetes related in scope.
Okay. Got it. Thanks.
Yeah. Obviously, that the work done here is then leveraged elsewhere. I mean, we have lots of
Replicated,
people that
right?
have worked here and that there are
Mhm.
CNCF and ambassadors as well, for example. So this is part of that world. But yeah, got it.
Thank you.
No problem.
The next topic is from me. I actually have a good first issue
Oh,
that needs to be created. I haven't created the issue yet, but I can create the issue. We have this website, which is kubernetes.dev/community/awards.
yes.
And as you can see, there are all of the award winners from the past years listed, and these are the award winners from this year, and they, with their text, need to be added to the website. So we basically, it's a create 2020 page for 2025 awards, add them to add the links, add the award recipients, and add them to the website.
Yes. Very important we do
Yeah.
that.
Josh actually asked, I think it was today, or about if we want to create a blog about if we will create a blog about the awards, or if this is done
Hmm.
somewhere else. And I actually don't remember we actually writing a blog about this before.
No, I don't
We
think we've
never,
ever done a blog. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I've replied.
we
But yeah,
never,
but we publish
oh,
it there. Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I
We
would do
might publish it
comms
there
to the,
and send social notifications, for example, right?
exactly. When we have it
Correct.
published on the website, we
Yeah.
can say like, hey, these are the award recipients for 2025.
Hmm.
Let me website. Kubernetes website? No. Is it a /community or
Contributor site.
contributor site? Thank you. 80 repositories. I get lost in 80 repositories.
I get lost in the whole Kubernetes GitHub org. Don't feel bad.
Issue. I will create a new issue, and it's a good first issue. Add award recipients to the 2025 to the dev. And great. And it's a label which is good first issue.
Mhm.
And
If you wanted to share your screen, that'd be
oh
great.
yeah, I'm sorry.
No, no worries. I just figured others would benefit from it, so might as well.
Uh, So basically, this is up for the taking.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fairly easy to do. So it's a really good first issue to get known on the structure of the Kubernetes contributor side. So if we have a look there, it's basically content, community. It's a folder. You create a new folder. I think there's also a PR that I did for last year. Let me find it.
Good call out.
Where? Award winners, yeah. So basically, this is the pull request that I used for reference, and I will also put it into the issue. So basically, PR for last year. If you follow the PR, it's fairly straightforward. Funny thing is, no, the document it even gets automatically added to the navigation.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah. All right. What we could do, which would be nice, we could share in Git, in Slack again. Hey, if you need comms for whatever reason, for example, highlighting Prow, we have a comms request issue template in. Is it community? Or is it KK?
Yes, it is community. It is definitely not KK.
So it's basically we have an issue template for comms request. And this basically helps us if something like this comes in, we can basically follow up on this. So if you need any comms and any part of the project needs comms, you can just create an issue in k/community with comms with the template of comms request and fill it out, and then someone from comms will take care of this. And maybe we should give this information again to the different SIGs because we forget about things, which is perfectly
all
fine.
the time.
That's like for reminder that CFP for next year is ending, something like that.
No. This is basically this is a comms request, for example, what Prow had in the like, hey, we did this call for contributions for Prow. Can we send out comms on this? And then basically you can define. So basically, what we have in there is, for example, target audience. So is it targeting Kubernetes contributors? Is it targeting Kubernetes end users? Is it targeting everyone? It's basically just hey, some SIG in Kubernetes needs some comms being done, and then we take care of this. And people usually forget about this.
And the input, like they usually say that through the Slack channels.
So what I would say is that we remind people in the different SIGs that we have this issue template if they need any kind of comms.
Okay.
All right. Any other topic that we have?
I don't have anything. Any updates and big wins? Big wins, we made it through KubeCon.
Yay!
And from a comms perspective, I don't think we had any real misses.
There was
Unless,
one minor thing, which was following the Linux Foundation and CNCF Foundation wording of open source,
oh
and
yeah,
I was honestly not aware that we have something like this.
we do. Cloud native is not hyphenated. Open source is not hyphenated in the CNCF style guide.
We
Yeah,
totally do, and I should have caught that when I approved it.
you're
I do
okay.
know
It's
that.
okay.
Do
We
we
also have
have
a Kubernetes style guide. So yeah, it's a thing.
yeah. Is this written down in the Kubernetes style guide as well?
I
Mhm.
I think so.
For
I'm
docs,
searching.
yeah, it is in the
Yeah,
style
it
guide for
is.
docs.
Okay. But it's not in the style guide for comms, so we potentially want to have a style guide. Do we have a style guide for comms? I think we had a style guide for comms.
We had, I think we just decided to use
The
the
docs.
docs
Yeah.
style guide.
Ah, okay. Then we are fine. Okay.
Yeah, but
So
just so you're aware, there is a style guide for doing things in Kubernetes as far as what words are capitalized, spaced, hyphenated, not hyphenated, the whole nine yards.
Okay, that's a good point. Basically, let's do the following as a
Mhm.
reminder. I will send this to ContribEx comms.
Mhm.
Hey, as a reminder, comms as a sub-project is following the docs
You need a
Kubernetes
link.
docs. I have a link.
Good.
Style guide. So whenever you draft content, please make sure to follow these guidelines. Thank you.
Awesome. We have 2 minutes left. We can jump.
I'm happy to give 2 minutes back.
Same. Um, Normally we go through the board, but there hasn't been a lot of activity lately due to a lack of reviewers in SIG Doc's blog. We can discuss that next time here on the comms meeting. So thank y'all.
Oh,
Appreciate everyone joining. What else?
yeah, we need to. This is something that we need to discuss in the future because there's still the interest from SIG docs to get some reviewers from
Mhm.
comms.
Yes. Cool. We'll talk about that next time on the comms meeting. For now, goodbye, YouTube.
yes, bye
We
bye.
appreciate you.